The 2020 Nobel Prize for Physics was awarded to Andrew Ghez, Roger Penrose, and Reinhard Genzel for the discovery that black hole formation is a prediction of the general theory of relativity and that there's a supermassive object at the center of the galaxy. So I guess you can call it a black hole revelation. Cue for laughter. Aside from my lame attempt at a joke, what does it mean that these three astronomers have won a Nobel Prize for black hole revelations? Well, to understand that, we have to go back in time a bit. Albert Einstein discovered theory of relativity in the early 1900s, and he noted two hard truths. Nothing is ever at absolute rest or motion. Things move relative to one another. In 1916, World War I soldier Karl Schwarzschild theorized the Schwarzschild radius, discovering that any object that gets compressed to the size of the Schwarzschild radius becomes a black hole. The Schwarzschild radius is the radius of the event horizon surrounding a non-rotating black hole. When supergiant stars die, their supernova explosions compress the star's core to the Schwarzschild radius and thus become black holes. Now, what are we looking at when we see a black hole? We are looking at the event horizon. For something to cross the event horizon, it needs to travel at the speed of light, and since that's impossible, nothing is reflected from within. So how do we get from then to now? Roger Penrose has been in the game for decades, and his work has been in direct extension of Einstein's general theory of relativity. 10 years after Einstein's death, Penrose proved that black holes really form. In 1965, when discussions of black holes was still slim, Penrose was tackling its formation and how something could collapse and form such a dense mass that it would form into a black hole. Andrew Ghez and Reinhard Genzel, on the other hand, have been focused on the center of the Milky Way galaxy. It's called Sagittarius A, and it is the name of our Milky Way galaxy's supermassive black hole. For the past 25 years, Ghez has been searching for evidence of this supermassive black hole, and both her and Genzel have worked with their teams to observe Sagittarius A. The field of astronomy is intense like many other fields of science, and Ghez has dedicated her life to understanding and proving that such a thing like black holes truly exists within our galaxy. So, how can we observe black holes? Well, since we cannot see into a black hole, astronomers rely on its surroundings. When astronomers are looking into space, they're looking for objects floating around a non-invisible object. When stars and black holes are close to one another, they emit light, and it is that process that astronomers look for. So let's get back to our Nobel Prize winners. What does it mean for these three astronomers to win a Nobel Prize? Well, for one, Roger Penrose has been a revolutionary in the field of mathematics and science. His work with black holes and the theory of relativity has reignited Einstein's century-old concept. Astronomical work is one of great patience, and Penrose has taken Einstein's theory and proven its importance in the field of astronomy. 25 years ago, when Ghez first started, the thought to dedicate time and resources observing the center of the galaxy was one that erupted a few laughs and confused looks. But Ghez was dedicated, and her and Genzel both led teams that would then map out the orbit of the stars close to our galaxy's center, leading them to, without a doubt, conclude the existence of an incredible supermassive invisible object. They used the same principle of looking at stars surrounding an invisible object to conclude the existence of the supermassive black hole. So, what can we expect now? Well, like mentioned, astronomical work takes time and patience, and in her interview following her win, Ghez said that she works for the science, not the prize. Now that it has been concluded that a supermassive black hole exists within our galaxy, we can expect more work to be done to understand its formation, how it looks like, and its influence in the field of astronomy. So, let's conclude what we've discussed so far. In 1905, Einstein discovered the theory of relativity. In 1916, Karl Schwarzschild discovered the Schwarzschild radius, noting that any object that compresses itself to be smaller than its radius will become a black hole. In 1965, Roger Penrose concluded the existence of black holes and tied its formation to Einstein's theory of relativity. In the 1990s, Andrew Ghez and Reinhard Genzel led two teams to observe the center of the Milky Way galaxy, known as Sagittarius A. By 2020, they concluded that a supermassive invisible object exists within our Milky Way galaxy from their observation of star rotation, and Roger Penrose concluded that the existence and formation of black holes is inherently tied to Einstein's theory of relativity. And that's it for us, folks. I urge you to always be curious and passionate, and if you're feeling kind of funky, listen to Black Holes and Revelations by Muse. In my opinion, the greatest album of all time. And coincidentally, they have a song called Supermassive Black Hole.